So I went to Brooks Brothers to buy a tie, and I went up to the counter to pay for the tie, and I'm thinking they're going to put the tie in a bag and hand me the bag. But instead, they pull out a big piece of tissue paper, and they begin to wrap up the tie. And then they take a gold sticker with the Brooks Brothers logo, and they carefully affix it to the tissue paper. Then they take the tie, and they put it in this beautiful box secured with a ribbon. And I'm having to wait while they do this, and I'm watching what they're doing. And then they take the box and they put it into this beautiful bag. And when they finally handed me my tie, and I saw the quality of this bag, I felt a lot better about the tie than I did when I initially decided to buy it. And I also like to shop at Marshall's, but when I go to Marshall's, this is the bag that they use to wrap my clothing in. And my speech today is not about stores and what they do, but I would like to raise the question, and the question is how are you deciding to present yourself and therefore your business to the public? Are you doing something like this every day? Or are you one of the many people that are wrapping yourself up in this every day? And I can tell you from personal experience, it matters. It builds credibility, it helps your business, and the reason I know that is because over the years, every once in a while, I will ask a new client why they decided to work with me. And I'm surprised at how often it's factored into the equation where they mention the way that I dress and how it was a part of their decision. So it matters. It helps build credibility. And you might say, well, what about the blue-collar people in the room? What about the roofers that get on a roof? What about the HVAC people who get in a hot attic? And it still matters. It matters just as much. Now, they're not going to wear a bow tie, but what does your van look like when you pull up? Does your clothing fit? Is it wrinkled? Is it faded? These things are creating an impression. And people judge you within the first few seconds of meeting you. It's human instinct. We all do it. We're trying to size people up. And the way you're dressed is either helping the equation or it's hurting the equation. And I think of our friend Chino Restrepo with Window Tinting on Wheels. He's the perfect example because he is in the blue-collar world. He does work outside, but he still pays attention to how he presents himself. And so, yes, he has a polo shirt like everybody else does with his logo on it, but he's taken it a step further, and he's put his name right here, Chino. And that polo fits real good. And I remember when I saw that Chino, it's hard to impress me, but when I saw Chino right there, I said, man, this guy is serious, he's detailed, and he's going to do a good job with my car. These are the subconscious things that are being communicated. We learn through this group an equation for profitability. And the equation is visibility plus credibility equals profitability. You have to have the first two to get the profitability. Visibility means that you get out in the community, you become known, you become seen over and over and over. Credibility means that you have to know answers to questions when prospective clients ask. You need to know some things. You need to be honest, trustworthy. But that credibility can be helped along by the way you present yourself. So visibility plus credibility equals profitability. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm going to do this for the rest of today. Okay? This has been your educational moment. Brian Wade, Tampa Financial Group.